Kick is up, has the accuracy, and it is good. Jake Bates throwing right side, and it's going to be intercepted. Return past the 15, past the 20, out past the 30. Has space down the sideline. 40, 35, 30. And he is gone. A pick six for Houston. Snap good, hold good, kick up. And it is straight down the middle. Looking to throw, rolls out right. Throws end zone. Touchdown San Antonio. Cody Latimer alone in the end zone. They take a 1-point lead with 3 seconds left. 52-yarder, left hash for the win. Snap good, hold good, kick up. And it's drilled. Miami escapes week 1 with the win. Jason Sanders is looking to throw. Pass right side, wide open. Touchdown Drake London. Touchdown Drake London. Atlanta has tied this game and are an extra point away from taking the lead. Needing the 12-yard line. Handoff, Robinson left side. And going to be stuffed. A loss of 4, maybe 5 on the play. And with 50 seconds to go, the Chiefs have the ball. And most likely that does it. Ball on the 17.5-yard line. Looking to throw. Stepping up, throwing for the end zone. And caught. Touchdown Green Bay. Dontavian Wicks. 56 seconds to play. The Packers are within 3. 6:17 to play in overtime. Tua shotgun. Back to his left. 3 receivers to the right. Bunched up. Tua to throw. Pass time. Plenty of time. Pass. End zone left side. Jonnu Smith. Touchdown Miami. They're gonna win. Let's go, baby. Here, back behind him. 3 receiving options to the left. Gonna send Smith in motion. Toss left side for Saquon Barkley. Good blocking and room to run. Pass midfield. Spinning his way. Pass to 35 to 30. 25, 20, 15, 10, 5. And the Eagles respond instantly. Saquon Barkley. Oh my. Making his presence felt. 1 play. 60 yards. 3rd and 9 from the 35. Mahomes looking to throw. Quick pass left side. Caught by Piron. Has room to run. First down and more. Down to about the 17. And he stays in bounds. That will do it. The Kansas City Chiefs have escaped the Bills and have punched their ticket. Hello, everybody, and welcome on in as we wrap up Week 14 with a game between 2 teams still vying for playoff spots. The Chargers at 8-4, looking to still stay alive in that AFC West divisional hunt, as well as just keep themselves in the playoffs a little bit longer. While the Eagles, coming off of losses in 2 straight, including a pretty bad one to the Bears last week, looking to bounce back and still try to find some kind of an identity to the offense. The defense, a little bit of an outlier game with how bad they played against the ground. Hopefully a little bit better this one. We shall see. Kickoff on the way here soon. As welcome on in. And we should have a good one to wrap up Week 14. Last night was a really defensive focused game between the Chiefs and the Texans. The Packers and Bears was a great game. And the Eagles will be getting the ball first in this one. So we get to see this kind of lackadaisical offense unfold. Kickoff can be returned beginning from the 10. Room up past the 25, past the 30, and brought down near the 33. So things will start off from there for Philly. Let's see how things play out. So out comes Jalen Hurts. Again, the Eagles' offense, pretty much the entire season, has just been a microcosm of hit or miss plays. They haven't been able to find a rhythm at all in this season. We have about a month left. Can they start to find that rhythm? Hurts alone in shotgun. 3 receivers to the right, 2 to the left. First play of the game. Motioning Saquon towards the backfield. Hurts looking to throw. Pressure has some time. Going to step. Still looking. Passing one deep left side. And it's incomplete. Looking for A.J. Brown through his hands. Not a great way for this one to start. Great throw from Hurts. That's when A.J. Brown needs to catch.
The offensive line looked great on that opening play as well. That was another aspect of this. That's like, how is the offensive line going to look? Looks solid there. Great throw from Hurts. One that A.J. Brown needs to catch. Can't ask for too much better of a throw. That would have been a great way to start this game. So Hurts in shotgun, back to his left. Or back to his right, 3 receivers to the right. Going to hand this off up the middle for Saquon, and that's going to be stuffed at the line for no gain. Maybe he gets a yard. All right. Yeah, Lane Johnson not active in this game. That's going to be a tough blow for that offensive line. A.J. Dillon also an inactive due to coach's decision, as is Joshua Uche for that defense. Hello. 3rd and 9. Hurts and shotgun, back to his right. 2 receivers to each side. Ball on roughly the 34-yard line. Play clock winding down. They get the snap off as Hurts looks to throw. Pass over the middle, going to be caught, and that's Dallas Goedert. Enough for the first. Picks up about 9 on the play. Keep the chains moving. Hell yeah. Yeah, the Texans thoroughly impressed me last night. Again, less the offense, but that defense continues to look fantastic. Hurts in shotgun, back to his left. Going to hand this off to Saquon Barkley up the middle. Gets about 2 up to the 45. What's up? I'm still trying to decide for next Sunday what games to go live with. Because it's going to be a late decision between the Rams, Lions, and Packers, Broncos. But yeah, I saw that earlier. Real quick, the Hurts in shotgun, back to his left. 3 receiving options to the left. Going to look to throw. Rolling left, passing left. Going to be caught up to about midfield by Jahan Dotson. Yeah, so with Daniel Jones out for the rest of the year, and with Riley Leonard dealing with a knee injury, they're working out Phillip Rivers. Which we were talking yesterday about where the Colts could go in terms of quarterbacks and who's available. Phillip Rivers never crossed my mind. I'm shocked he crossed he's a semi-finalist for the Hall of Fame this year. What do you mean he's working out with the Colts? Like that would be a crazy pickup. At 3rd and 4, Hurts alone in shotgun. 3 receivers to the right, 2 to the left. Ball just shy of midfield. Play clock winding down to get the snap off as Hurts looks to throw. Chargers send 4. Pressure coming, trying to escape, and sacked back at the 40. The Eagles stall out around midfield. Odafe Owe with the sack, and they're going to punt this one away. Yeah, I mean, he did last play for the Colts. But at the same time, like I was like, okay, maybe he last played for the Colts. He probably knows that system. And then I remember that Frank Reich was the head coach when he was there, because it was 5 years ago. It makes no sense, but whatever. All right, punt comes off clean for Brandon Mann, and it's going to bounce into the end zone for a touchback. Chargers will begin from the 20. Like there's so many other names that would be better to go after. Not again, Phillip Rivers eventually will be a Hall of Famer. I don't think he's definitely not like first ballot or even like next few. I don't think, but like he's eventually gonna be a Hall of Famer. It's just like how consistent he was, even though he doesn't really have the playoff success or anything like that. He's gonna be a Hall of Famer. But like really, it's like I don't think he can learn the system that quickly. The defenses they're going against, they play Houston in Week 18. You're going to put a 44-year-old Phillip Rivers against the Houston Texans defense? Come on. As we're at commercial break. Hey, there's a McDonald's commercial. It's not the one being shown, but I did see earlier today that in certain regions, McDonald's is releasing an AI Christmas commercial. It looks so bad. Not surprised by that, but it looks terrible. Yeah. Again, it's just a workout for Phillip Rivers tomorrow. I doubt he actually signs. But like, why even do it anyway? Like, work out someone that could actually be helpful. It's cast in the widest net. I don't think he actually wants to play. I mean, in his mind, it'd probably be like a month or so of action. So it's a whatever. But I don't think he actually wants to play. But again, he's been out of the league for 5 years. He's a semifinalist for the Hall of Fame. There's no need for him to go out there. Now, I will say Phillip Rivers is a better option than Brett Rippon, but there's also plenty of other better options available. I would have rather seen him work out Nick Foles. I think Nick Foles would have been even a more reasonable workout. Because I'm pretty sure him and Shane Steichen spent some time in Philly together. No, he was the chart. Okay. Even then, I mean, Nick. Yeah. All right, back from commercial break. Herbert and shotgun back to his right. 3 receivers to the right. Going to hand this off left side for Vidal. Going to get about 3. Yeah, there's plenty better options than Brett Rippon. But like, I still think Brett Rippon would be a somewhat better option than Phillip Rivers. At least Rippon knows the system somewhat. Again, like Rivers is someone that can definitely go in there and learn a good chunk of it to be ready for the Seahawks next week. But going against the Seahawks defense can have a field day no matter who's behind center. Herbert and shotgun back behind him, looking to throw. Pass right side, gonna be incomplete. Looking for Quentin Johnston, Adoree Jackson in coverage, and a 3rd and 7 coming up. And it's one of those things where the Colts are also incredibly desperate right now to try and save this season after the collapse they've been on because they gave up 2 first-round picks for Sauce Gardner. A 3rd and 7. Herbert and shotgun back to his right. 3 receivers to the right as well. Ball on their own 23. Herbert looking to throw. Pressure coming, stepping up. Dump off left side, caught with space. Past the 30, 35, 40. 45 past midfield, still going, plenty of space. Past the 20, past the 20 and out of bounds near. Past the 20 out of bounds near the 17 is a 60-yard pickup for Kimani Vidal on the dump off. He had a foot race with Zach Bond the rest of the way. Yeah, absolutely no one's on the left side. After getting past Nakobe Dean, it was just a foot race between him and Zach Bond. So just like that is 1st and 10 from the plus 17-yard line. The Chargers are in the red zone for the first time today. Herbert under center, making adjustments at the line. Back behind him, going to toss this left side. Has space past the 15, past the 10, and another first down for the Chargers, down to the 6. It's Omari and Hampton on the carry, and it's 1st and goal. Yeah, see, Seattle's going to have a field day. Yeah, it's taken 4 plays for the Chargers to get 1st and goal. Herbert under center, back behind him. 3 receivers to the right. Going to hand this off up the middle for Hampton. He gets down to the 3. All right. Yeah, this game's starting off great. So 2nd and goal. Herbert and shotgun back to his right. 3 receiving options to the right as well. Gonna say ball on the 4-yard line. Herbert looking to throw. Pass right side, caught with space. It's Omarion Hampton. And the Chargers strike first. After a 60-yard play for Kamani Vidal, the Chargers punch it in with a 4-yard touchdown grab from 4-yard touchdown grab from Omarion Hampton, who is back after a long stretch on IR and already making plays. The Eagles had them to a 3rd and 7 at their own 23, and then proceeded to give up 60 yards. Extra point is up, and it is good. 7-point lead early on in this one for the Chargers. All right. And we had to commercial break with it. Again, it wasn't even like it was a deep throw down the field. It was a dump off left side that went for 60. There won't be one bird team in the Because the Falcons and Cardinals definitely ain't making it. The Ravens still have a chance, but yeah, it's unlikely at this point. So do the Ravens and Steelers still play each other once more? Yeah, they play each other week 18. That game could be for the division if things play out weirdly. I mean, it's unlikely that the Ravens make it just because of the fact that the Steelers have to play Cleveland still. But you never know. Week 18 is going to decide that division. Which means that division is probably going to get both of the games on Saturday for week 18. Wait, the Ravens still have the Patriots and Packers to play? Never mind that. The Steelers should win that division by week 18. Unless the Bengals come out of nowhere. The Ravens schedule is weird at the end of the year. It's still that commercial break. I mean, it was I think it was like 2022. There was a chance for all the Florida teams to make the playoffs. So I was rooting for Tampa and Jacksonville alongside Miami in week 18. All right, just getting back from commercial break. We get to see this Eagles offense once more. Yeah, this has been a solid start. Kickoff underway. Going to be down in the end zone for a touchback. Eagles will begin from the 35. I mean, it's very early in this game, but you're gonna need a drive from this offense soon. Yeah, the Eagles' offensive rankings from last year to this year, massive fall off. Particularly the ground game. Ooh, good luck with those. Better have fun with those. Hurts under center, back behind him, 3 receiving options to the left. Man in motion, left to right. Hurts going to hand this off up the middle for Saquon Barkley. Bounces it out left side, has space. Pass midfield and out of bounds at the 46. Saquon Barkley for a gain of 19. Hey, you just need like 20 more of those and you're fine. Like, I want to see Saquon get like 20 carries in one of these games the next few weeks. Like, I want to see that be the case one of these weeks. Hurts under center, back behind him. Play clock winding down. 3 receiving options to the right. Hurts going to give this to Saquon once again. Has space down the left side, past the 40. That's another first down carry for Saquon Barkley as it's a gain of about 10. Up near the 36. And the Eagles are moving well off of the ground game. Like, it's the idea for the Eagles is nothing. Is nothing complicated for what the Eagles need to do as an offense. You just haven't been able to do it. All right, Hurts in shotgun back to his left, looking to throw. Pressure coming quick off the right side. Hurts escaping. Gonna get past the 35 and slide down near the 33. There is a penalty marker down. Derwin James was unblocked off the right side. And it's holding against the Eagles. Gonna push them back, 1st and 20 coming up. This is one of the games where there's an alternate broadcast for this one, and it's actually an alternate broadcast. I'm curious how it looks. So let me just go to ESPN2 on this other monitor real quick. All right, 1st and 20. Yeah, it turns out it looks really. Hurts in shotgun back to his left. 2 receiving options to each side. Man in motion right to left. Hurts going to play action and look to throw. Has some time. Deep shot over the middle. And it is overthrown and incomplete. Looking for Devonta Smith. Some good coverage on that one as well. Would have been a tough throw to make. But it was certainly not a bad read. I think because Devonta Smith is one of the better deep ball catchers. That's definitely one he could have had. Oh, this alternate broadcast is a solid 2 minutes behind. That okay, I get it, but damn. Hurts in shotgun back to his left. 3 receivers to the right. Going to hand this off up the middle for Saquon Barkley. Trying to bounce it out left side, has space past the 40 and going to get about 10 or 11 there to make it a more manageable 3rd down. Ruling in the gain of 8. All right, so 3rd and 12 coming up. Yeah, because he started in shotgun. That's why it looked larger. All right, 3rd and 12. 6:25 to play in the 1st quarter. You're in an obvious passing down. You can be able to do it here. Hurts alone in shotgun. 3 receivers to the right, 2 to the left. Ball on a +38. Looking to throw. Pass over the middle. Caught by Goddard. That's enough for the 1st. Up to about the 26-yard line. Staying to 25. It's a 1st and 10 coming up. Oh yeah, that's cool. Yeah, I've never been one to really get into D&D, but like I have a bunch of friends who play it as well. So it seems cool. I think eventually I would want to. I'm just trying to find the time right now would be a bit of an issue. All right, 1st and 10. Hurts in shotgun back to his right. 3 receivers to the left. Gonna send it back out wide in motion as Hurts going to keep it himself, trying to find space and just gonna slide down for a loss of 1. Yep. Again, part of the reason why I never really got into it is just for the first like 15 or so years, I was like purely sports video games and purely like sports minded, so I never really like branched out until somewhat recently. Yeah, like it seemed like it'd be a fun time. It's just now at this point finding the time to do it. Hurts in shotgun, 3 receivers to the right, 2 to the left. Going to look to throw in 2nd and 11. Stepping up, rolling right. Still looking, going to take it himself. Gets past the 25 to about the 24 before stepping out of bounds. A 3rd and 9 coming up. Yeah, and it would be over Discord that I would do it. It's just already with some of the other stuff that we've been wanting to organize, we've had issues with scheduling. So now adding that on top of it would be even more fun to figure out. And the more issue with timing is just classes and doing all this. Like, the only days they have free are Friday and Saturday during the NFL season. And even then, like, those are kind of spent watching college football. Hurts quick throw left side on 3rd and 9. Going to be caught by Devonta Smith, but going nowhere off of that. Maybe gets a yard, and the Eagles drive stalls out inside the 25. So out comes Jake Elliott. Yeah, I do not get that play call. Hurts has been able to push the ball decently well tonight. Why are you going pseudo screen on 3rd and 9? Oh. Jake Elliott on for the 41-yard kick from the left hash. It is up, and the Eagles are on the board, making it a 4-point game with 3:22 to play in the first. Yeah, that is the Eagles for you. Every time I watch the Eagles, there's always like 5 or 6 plays, seemingly a quarter, where I'm just like, what are you doing? Yeah. Yeah, that's gonna happen eventually in this one, especially if the defense keeps giving up 60+ yard plays. Yep, at commercial break. At commercial break. Like, they were even talking about it before the game, about how the Eagles just need to find an identity offensively. But like, we're nearing the final month of the season, and you still don't have an offensive identity yet. You're not gonna find one at this point. You just need to hope that you have a good game offensively. Well, that's crazy for a team like Philly, who has the talent and has the blueprint from last year. And even throughout points of this season, they've had games where it's like they're getting back on track offensively, just have not been able to build off of it. And the reason why is seemingly non-existent. Yeah, and not only the Super Bowl champion, the offense was unstoppable in that Super Bowl. The entire team was unstoppable. And then they come out this season, and yes, they're 8-4, but it really does not feel like it. It's just one of those things. All right, just getting back from commercial break. The Packers game was bad. The Lions game was bad. The Rams game they should have lost, but they had an insane comeback in the second half. Kickoff underway, going to be returned beginning from the 7, room up past the 25, past the 30, and brought down near the 34. Yeah, it's the Eagles have played the Eagles have played 2 have played all but two one-score games this season. Both of the Giants games have been their only one-score games on the year. Which is crazy to think. Herbert under center, back behind him to receive an options to each side. They're saying ball on the 35-yard line. Or 34, there you go. Herbert play action looking to throw. Pressure coming quick. Trying to escape. Pass over the middle. Going to be caught by Hampton. Pass the 40 down to the 41. Like, yeah, Lions game should have lost. Packers game should have lost. Rams game should have lost. Even like the Chiefs game earlier in the season. The Tampa game, their offense did not play great in. The Dallas game to begin. They have so many games where it's just like they got lucky. But that's part of the game. Part of football is you need the ball needs to bounce your way a few times in the season to give you the chance. The question is just how much longer is that going to be the case? Herbert handoff up the middle is going to lose about 3 there. Jalen Carter or Jordan Davis on the tackle for loss. Going to be a 3rd and 7 coming up, as it's a loss of 4. All right, the last 3rd and 7 the Chargers had, they got a gain of 60. Is it going to happen again? It is getting loud. There is quite a lot of Philly fans in SoFi tonight. Herbert in shotgun back to his left. 2 receiving options to each side. Going to look to throw, and there's a penalty before the snap. With just under 2 minutes to play in the first quarter, it's a false start against the Chargers. Going to make it a 3rd and 12. Yeah, it is getting loud in SoFi. Eagles fans travel well. Third and 12. Herbert in shotgun back to his left. 3 receiving options to the right. Ball on their own 32. They get movement up front. It's a free play for the Chargers. Herbert stepping up. Pass in over the middle is intercepted by Cooper DeJean. Up past midfield and going to get out of bounds near the 49. But they get the Eagles to jump before the snap. Going to make it a 3rd and 7 once again with a minute 26 to play in the first. Would not be surprised. Well, also if they're willing to throw batteries as well, they must have some money. All right, 3rd and 7 after the offsides against Philly. Yeah, again, there's one of those throws from Herbert where it's just a whatever. He knows he's a free play. He's going to get that ball out there. He did have McConkey open. Herbert in shotgun, back to his right. 2 receivers to each side. The back sent out in motion towards the left. Play clock winding down. They get the snap off as Herbert looks to throw. Pressure comes quick and gonna get this ball out, but barely. Nakobe Dean, free rush up the middle. And the Chargers go 3 and out. Yeah, Nakobe Dean had a free lane right up the middle at Justin Herbert. Yeah, the center slid the wrong way. Is that going to be intentional grounding? No. All right, 4th and 7. Punt comes off clean. Going to be fair caught at the 10. So the Eagles will start from there. And we head to commercial break. All right. At commercial break. Okay, the Eagles in a previous drive moved the ball pretty well, depended a lot more on the ground like they should. We'll see if they're gonna let's see how different the plan for this drive is gonna be. Ideally, it should not be too different. Because that previous drive started with 29 yards on the ground. So it went. Saquon Barkley had 37 yards on the ground, and then they pretty much went exclusively through the air. I don't get what's up with some teams and not willing to be committed to the run like they should. Well, add commercial break still. Add commercial break. It's plays like this that I knew the alternate broadcast tonight was going to be legendary. Why am I seeing a highlight from posted by ESPN of Sully from Monsters Inc. Zach and Jalen Hurts? Oh, this could be golden. The amount of clips from this is gonna be absolutely golden. Alright, just getting back from commercial break. Hurts and shotgun back to his left, two receiving options from each side. Two receiving options to each side, man in motion right to left. First play of the drive, going to be a handoff up the middle for Saquon, who's going to lose about a yard. Denzel Perryman getting into the backfield there. And Hurts alone in shotgun. Three receivers to the right, two to the left. Ball on their own 9-yard line. Play clock winding down. They get the snap off. Hurts looks to throw. Pass left side going to be caught and up to about the 15 for Devonta Smith. And that might be the end of the first quarter. They do not need to run another play. And they're not going to. 15 minutes in the books. Chargers lead 7-3. It's a 3rd and 5 from the Eagles' own 15-yard line when we get back from commercial break. I head into a commercial break for the end of the first quarter from Los Angeles. This alternate broadcast is crazy. Oh, I love it. Yep, add commercial break. Add commercial break for the end of the first quarter. Guys, I was looking up some stuff earlier for a video that's gonna be recorded later in the week. Some of the names that are brought up in this Excel sheet I have are fantastic. It is not often I go through Pro Basketball Reference the same way I do Pro Football Reference. So when I do, is always something new I find that I just love for no reason. The other news from before the game started, we have a flex. Week 16. Sunday Night Football is now the Patriots and Ravens. Dolphins and Bengals was moved to a 1 o'clock game, which I am so fine with because that game's gonna be very ugly. That game does not deserve Sunday Night Football. Just coming back from commercial break, Hurts and shotgun back to his right. He receives to each side. It's a 3rd and long 5. Ball on about the 14.5-yard line. Hurts looking to throw. Has time. Pass left side. Overthrown. And is that intercepted? They're saying it is. Past the 30, 25, and finally brought down near the 20. The first play of the second quarter. It is intercepted, and the Chargers have excellent starting field position for this next drive. They're going to review this. It bounces off the right arm. They might overturn this, but either way, that was a terrible throw from Jalen Hurts. Completely airmailed his intended target of, I believe, AJ Brown. And it's either going to be a 3 and out or Chargers ball at the 20 at the plus 20. He was looking for Jahan Dotson and just completely missed him. After review, passes incomplete. So it's not as bad. But still, the Eagles go 3 and out. Large part thanks to a terrible throw from Jalen Hurts. That's just a bad throw. Dotson has space there, but he just completely airmails it. It would have taken a perfect throw to get to Dotson, and it was nowhere near a perfect throw. All right, so the punt comes off clean. Going to be returned beginning from the 32. Breaks off one tackle, finding space down the left side. Going hella backwards. They're going to be brought down near the 22. He's ruled down by contact. The return began from the 32 and was brought down at the 22. It's a loss of 10 on the return. That's a terrible return. I don't know what he was doing there. We head to commercial break. At commercial break. this alternate. I'm gonna be hard. I'm gonna be talking about this alternate broadcast most of the night because I'm gonna be seeing clips of it most of the night, and it is just fantastic. We have Mike Wazowski kicking field goals. What the hell, man? At commercial break. What's up, Tosin? But bro, really, Sully making play. It's again. This is the type of alternate broadcast that I love from the NFL. It's like it's this stuff. It's the Nickelodeon stuff. This is the alternate broadcast we need more of, not the whatever it was last night with the reality TV show shit. And you can tell that that stuff's not needed because you never see clips from those other alternate broadcasts. You only see stuff from the Disney and Nickelodeon ones because those are funny. Oh yes, okay. Everything gets pointed back towards the clip of Patrick shit talking Russell Wilson on Christmas. That will never get old. It's the Bears Saints wild card game from like close to 5 years ago at this point, with Jimmy Graham just running out the back of the end zone after the Bears scored late to cut the deficit to like 14. All right, Herbert under center, back behind him, gonna toss this up the middle with space for Amarian Hampton. Up past the 30, past the 35, and down to about the 37 is a first down carry for the Chargers. They're moving. Oh, yeah. That's not what he wanted to. It's I love that clip. That's just legendary. So yeah, Toast, if you're still here, I was collecting more stuff for the video we're recording on Friday. Some of those names that led teams in scoring that led teams for single season stuff is hilarious. Toss left side for Marion Hampton is going to maybe get a yard. Penalty marker down as well. It's holding against the Chargers, going to push them back 10. So 1st and 20 coming up. All right, 1st and 20. Hey, there's Vic Fangio. Herbert alone in shotgun. 3 receivers to the right, 2 to the left. Ball on their own 27. Herbert looking to throw. Stepping up, going to look to take it himself. Down the left side, past the 30 and brought down near the 33. They're rolling to the 32. Gain of 5. 2nd and 15 coming up. All right. Herbert in shotgun, back to his left, 2 receivers to each side, 2nd and 15, looking to throw. Eagles send forward. Herbert rolling to his right. Pass in right side, going to be incomplete. No penalty markers down. Looking for a Rondé Gadsden. And it's a 3rd and 15 coming up. Third and 15. Herbert in shotgun, back to his right. 3 receivers to the right, looking to throw. Pressure coming. Herbert stepping right. Still looking. Passing deep left side and incomplete. Looking for Ladd McConkey is batted away by Cooper DeJean. And the Chargers might as well have just gone 3 and out. And they're punt this one away. Yeah, just great coverage from DeJean the entire time. At 4th and 15, punt comes off clean. And it's a great punt. Going to be returned beginning from the 11. Room up past the 20 and brought down near the 25, maybe 26. So a great punt to flip the field. Yeah, they're going to say the 25. Brings us to a commercial break. At commercial break. Yeah, so Herbert is currently up to 3 for 7 for 71 yards. Again, a lot of that is the 60-yard dump off to Kamani Vidal. Take that out of the equation. He's 2 for 6 for 11 yards with a touchdown, which isn't the greatest, but he's also playing banged up, so it's like a take it well. He's playing banged up, but he's still making good throws. They're just not coming down with it. On the flip side, Hurts is 5 for 8 for 32 yards, which is kind of crazy. Yeah, it's with one hand. Which it is crazy that he's even playing. He has that padded glove on his left hand. Which it's crazy, but at the same time I get why he's playing because it is his left hand. Like it's still something to keep an eye on. But at the end of the day, it doesn't make as big of a difference. Well, the Carson Wentz thing is different. Because Wentz was more so one of the things Wentz was on his throwing arm. And two, his was an elbow. An elbow is a lot different to play through than it is just a hand injury. Because you're not actively landing on your hand the same way you're actively landing on your elbow pretty much all the time. All right, just coming back from commercial break. Hurts under center, back behind him. 3 receiving options to the right. Going to send a man in motion right to left as they hand this off up the middle, and that'll be a loss of about a yard. Even then, shoulder is... I can double check this. Yeah, it was his left shoulder, but even then, again, you're still landing on your shoulder a lot more than you're landing on your hand. And that's where part of the issue was, is that he was dealing with that shoulder injury while being banged, while getting destroyed by the the Chargers defense. Hurts looking to throw in 2nd and 11. Pressure comes quick. Pass deep. Right side going to be incomplete. Penalty marker down in the secondary. A.J. Brown had a step. Hurts put too much into it as he was getting hit while throwing that one. It's illegal contact against the Chargers. So 5 yards, an automatic first down. Going to put the Eagles at about the 30. Yeah, JPP's working out with Tampa today as well. Which that makes more sense. He last played for Tampa just a few years ago. So why not bring him back for a push at the end here? JPP spent like 2-3 weeks in Miami a few years ago. And I think he played one snap. But he still played. Hurts in shotgun, a back to each side. First and 10 from their own 30. Hurts looking to throw. Pass right side, going to be caught and going to be pushed out of bounds near the 33. It's Will Shipley on the reception. 2nd and 7 coming up. All right, so Hurts in shotgun, a back to each side, going 2 back set once again. As Hurts is going to roll it to his left and look to throw. Has time, pass right side, going to be caught with space. Goddard breaks off one tackle and going to be brought down near midfield at the 49. Yeah, I wouldn't be shocked if tomorrow as well we hear more. We hear more of just like old random people being called for workouts, because we're getting to that point of the season where guys are just trying to jump on to playoff teams to get a ring. Hurts under center, back behind him, 2 receiving options to each side. Play action looking to throw. Hurts with time, pass over the middle, going to be caught by AJ Brown, past the 30 to the 29. No, Todd Gurley is firmly done. It would be great to see him back out there, and more likely if he would to return, it'll be for the Rams. But he's firmly done. Melvin Gordon, on the other hand, I could see Melvin Gordon being asked by a team to get one last push in. Hurts gonna hand this off right side for Saquon, and that's gonna get back to the line of scrimmage for no gain. 9:50 to play in the first half. Also, yeah, just Julio Jones comes back. Yeah, he spent time in Philly. Just re-signed with Philly for the final month or so of the season. All right, 2nd and 10. Hurts in shotgun, back to his right. Going to look to throw once again. Has time, rolling to his left to buy more. Still looking, gonna take it himself past the 25 and out of bounds near the 21. Another fun one would be AJ Green coming back. Not sure for what team, but he just comes back. Third and 2. Ball on just about the 20. Hurts looking to throw. Has time, pass over the middle is intercepted. It's a big man pick, but then it's fumbled and Hurts has it, who fumbles again, and the Chargers have it. What is happening? What just happened? OBJ is still available. It's gonna be Chargers ball. Hurts through the pick over the middle. It's Deshaun Hand, I believe, with the interception. Yeah, big man Deshaun Hand, former Miami Dolphin, with the interception. He fumbles it. Hurts picks it up. It then gets forced to lose. And then the Chargers pick it up. Sure. Why not? With 8:19 to play, we go to commercial break. It's Chargers ball. Sure. Who forced this fumble? Jamari Caldwell forced the fumble that on Hurts. Crazy. That honestly, that play might perfectly sum up this game. Just sure. The triple turnover. That's one of those plays where I need to see on the alternate broadcast. Hold on. That's one of those plays where I need to see on this alternate broadcast. Because the alternate broadcast is a few minutes behind, so I should be able to catch it on here live. This is gonna be funny. As we're at commercial break. Oh my, it was Sully who picked it off on the alternate broadcast. Oh, it just broke. That's cool. The alternate broadcast just broke after the first fumble, because of course they did. Couldn't even see the full chaotic nature of the play. Jalen Hurts gets charged with an interception and fumble on the same play. That's gonna be a fun stat sheet. Yeah, the alternate broadcast broke on that. Alright, we're just coming back from commercial break. Herbert under center, back and fullback behind him. Going to hand this off up the middle for Kamani Vidal, who gets past midfield to the 49. 2nd and 2 coming up. Jalen Hurts. Jalen Hurts loses 4 points on that one play because he threw the pick and then the fumble. Good thing I'm on my bye week in fantasy playoffs right now. That would have been a killer. He's up to negative points now. Herbert in shotgun back to his right. 3 receiving options to the right. Quick pass left side. Can be caught by Quentin Johnston. And he's met at the line for no gain. Adoree Jackson on the tackle. It's a 3rd and 2 coming up. Yeah, just trying to quick bubble out there, and Jackson reads it perfectly. It was seemed like an RPO that just Herbert did not fully read. Herbert in shotgun back behind him, 2 receiving options to each side. Going to play action, look to throw. Pressure coming. Herbert rolling left. Passing back over the middle. It's caught to the 30. What a throw from Justin Herbert. It's Trey Harris on the reception. And the Chargers have a fresh set of downs. That's a great crossbody throw. On the money to Trey Harris. That's placed beautifully. On the move, crossbody. That's a great throw from Justin Herbert. Under center, back behind him. 3 receiving options to the left. They're saying ball on the 31. Gonna hand this off left side. And that's gonna get past the 30 to about the 26-yard line. So a 2nd and 5 coming up. Chaos. All right, 2nd and 4. Herbert in shotgun, back behind him, gonna hand this off right side for Marion Hampton. He's gonna maybe get a yard on the play. Might just rule he gets back to the line of scrimmage. Gonna be a 3rd and 4 coming up. And there is a Charger slow to get up. One of their offensive linemen. With 5.5 to play in the first half. And I'm gonna assume we head to a commercial break here for an injury timeout. Yep, commercial break for an injury timeout. I'll quickly be right back. Alright, I am back. Still at commercial break for the injury timeout. At commercial break. At commercial break. Oh yeah, the commercial for next week, Monday Night Football, Dolphins Steelers. That game's gonna be something. I have no expectations for it. Alright, just coming back from commercial break. Herbert in shotgun, back to his left, 2 receiving options to each side. Ball on the plus 25-yard line, looking to throw on 3rd and 4. Pressure coming, Herbert trying to step up, gets the pass off over the middle, and it's incomplete. Penalty marker in the backfield. The pass lands at the feet of Ladd McConkey. Penalty is holding against the Chargers. That will be declined. So it's 4th and 4. And the Eagles defense makes a big time play on 3rd down. It's Jalix Hunt on the pressure there. So out comes Cameron Dicker to put the Chargers back up 7. It's a 45-yard kick from the right hash. As is officially being ruled a 2-yard sack against Justin Herbert. The kick is up, and it is good. 7-point Charger lead, just under 5 minutes to play in the first half. And we see how the Eagles bounce back after the turnovers on the previous drive. And then they're showing side by side with the main broadcast and the alternate one. Hell yeah. If this game ends up getting very ugly and it's a borderline blowout, I might call or drive through the alternate broadcast just to see. because I love that shit. One of the production crew members for ESPN right now is I love this. Kickoff underway, going to be returned beginning from the 2. Face up past the 20, past the 25, and a big hit at the 27. Going to bring him down. So the Eagles will start from there. So 1st and 10. Hurts in shotgun, back to his right. 3 receivers to the right as well. Man in motion, right to left. Hurts go looking to throw. Has some time, pass left side, going to be incomplete. Saquon Barkley, the nearest receiver. Hurts gets hit while throwing that one. And it's 2nd and 10. Second and 10. Hurts in shotgun, back to his left. 2 receiving options to each side. Play clock winding down. Man in motion left to right to get the snap off in time. Hurts to throw. Pass right side. Going to be intercepted again. And returned to the 30. Dante Jackson. And Hurts is intercepted for the 2nd time in as many drives. Philly. Oh my. Looking for Devonta Smith, and he slipped at the top of his route. Philly. Oh, this is going to be a tough game, isn't it? Through the first 11 games of the season, Hurts had 1 interception. He's had 3 in the past 2. Herbert in shotgun, back to his left. 3 receivers to the right. Looking to throw. Pressure coming, and Herbert fumbles! Falls loose, and the Eagles have it! Return to midfield. This game is drunk. This game is drunk. Nakobe Dean forces it loose. And the Eagles get the ball right back. What am I watching? Every time an interception is thrown, it has to be followed up by a fumble. That's the rule of this game. Nakobe Dean, a beautiful strip. The Eagles defense is going to single-handedly keep the Eagles in playoff contention and in the Super Bowl hunt. They beat the Chiefs. They win games. They win games in weird ways, and then the offense is just existing. Oh, this game is drunk. This game is so drunk. 4.5 to play in the first half. Hurts in shotgun, back to his right. 3 receivers to the left. How does he shake off another interception? Ball on their own 42-yard line. Hurts going to hand this off up the middle for Saquon. He gets past the 45 and brought down near midfield. Maybe they give him the 49. Going to be a 2nd and 1 or 2. This. Yeah, they're gonna rule it. They're gonna rule it a gain of 9. So 2nd and 1 coming up from the plus 49. You definitely get it checked out in some degree. Hurts under center, gonna hand this off left side for Saquon Barkley, and gonna get past the 45, about the 44. But if you're paranoid about it every month, at least get it checked out. $3.25 to play in the first half. Hurts under center, back behind him too, receiving options to each side. And we're gonna have a stoppage of play here. Yeah. All right, they reset the game clock to 3:35. Hurts under center, back and fullback behind him. Going to hand this off right side for Saquon Barkley. He has space. A first down and more. Going to be brought down right about near the 30-yard line. And brought down to 31. Yeah, good blocking up front from Philly. Again, their offensive line is a great offensive line unit. The Eagles have talent abundant. Hurts under center, going to hand this off left side for Saquon once again. And he's going to get past the 30 to about the 27, 28. Yeah. Saquon Barkley is already up to more yards than he had last week and just about as many carries. Oh, Landon Dickerson is limping off the field. That's not a great sign for this Eagles O-line. Already without Lane Johnson tonight. Hurts in shotgun, 3 receivers to the right, 2 to the left. 2nd and 7, going to look to throw. Pass left side, going to be caught past the 20 and brought down near the 17 for A.J. Brown. So the Eagles are in the red zone. And that'll bring us to the 2-minute warning. Brings us to a commercial break. At commercial break. At commercial break. Alright, this has been one of the better drives. This has probably been the best drive for Philly all game. And 5 turnovers in a span of 11 plays at one point in this game. Honestly, not sure what to expect from an Eagles-Chargers game besides just pure chaos. Now that I actually think about it. Since 1978, Jalen Hurts is the only player to commit 2 turnovers on one play. Yeah. The random gifts of prophecy. Apollo has his ways. All right, back from commercial break. Hurts under center, back behind him. 3 receiving options to the right. Ball on the +17. Going to hand this off up the middle. It's Tank Bigsby on the carry up to about the 13. Derwin James is being evaluated for a head injury. And then, yeah, officially reported by the Pro Football Hall of Fame, if Rivers was to sign with the Colts and take a snap, his Hall of Fame eligibility will reset and he would have to wait another 5 years before being put on the ballot. So I don't think he's going to do it. 2nd and 6. Hurts and shotgun back to his right. Gonna play action, look to throw. Pass right side, caught by Goddard. Inside the 5 and down to the 1. 1st and goal coming up. First and goal officially from the 2-yard line. Hurts and shotgun back to his right. 2 receiving options to each side, and they're going to call their first timeout with 1:13 to play. They're not going to get that snap off. ESPN just showed a graphic. The Eagles are the only team this season to be perfect in goal-to-go scenarios. Part of the reason is the tush push. So 1st and goal. Ball on the 2-yard line. Hurts and shotgun back to his right. 3 receiving options to the right. Hurts going to hand this off up the middle for Saquon, and he stood up at the line for no gain. And that ball comes loose, but you're going to rule his forward progress was stopped. So 2nd and goal coming up. And the Chargers will call their first timeout. Second and goal. A 1:10 to play in the first half. Hurts alone in shotgun. 3 receivers to the left, 2 to the right. Rolling left, looking to throw. Hurts now passing back right side into wide open A.J. Brown in the end zone, but there's a penalty. And Sirianni is not happy as it's holding against the Eagles. Gonna be 2nd and goal from the 12. Calling against Jordan Mailata. The Eagles were set to tie this game. Instead, Mailata gets called for a hold against Khalil Mack. And yeah, that's a pretty clear holding call there. He grabs the left shoulder of Khalil Mack. Hurts alone in shotgun. 3 receivers to the right, 2 to the left. 2nd and goal. Hurts going to look to throw. Pressure coming, trying to escape to his right and gonna throw this one away incomplete. 3rd and goal now. And that holding penalty might have just killed the drive as Derwin James is back out there. All right, 3rd and goal. And the Chargers will call their 2nd timeout with 59 seconds to play in the half. Third and goal. "59 seconds. All right, the Eagles break the huddle with about 18 seconds left on the play clock. Hurts in shotgun. 3 receivers to the left, 2 to the right. Play clock winding down to get the snap off. Hurts to throw. Pressure coming. Escapes 1 sack. Rolling left. Pass coming. Pass left side. Ball's out. The Eagles have it. Initially ruled a fumble. Now I believe can be ruled incomplete. And also, yeah, because it's within 2 minutes, even if it is a fumble, the ball's going to come back to the spot of the fumble. It's 4th and goal anyway. The Chargers call their final timeout. And yeah, I think that being ruled a fumble is fair. Yeah, the ball begins to move before his arm goes forward. Because he ends up holding it by the tip of the football when the ball leaves his hand. After review, they're going to say incomplete. Either way, it's fine. Incomplete, the ruling. Chargers keep their timeout. And the Eagles will kick the field goal. The Chargers get ball to begin the second half. And they're going to have an opportunity to extend this lead before halftime. Yeah, no one's really breaking open until very late in that play. And by that time, there's already pressure coming. So Jake Elliott for the 30-yard kick. It is up and it is good. Eagles make it back to a 4-point game. And the Chargers have 48 seconds to try and get points before the half. "48 seconds in the half. All right. 48 seconds. Eagles set to send this one down. And a chaotic first half. Going to end with the Chargers having the lead, unless it gets even more chaotic. Kickoff underway, going to be returned beginning from the 2. Face up past the 20, past the 25, past the 30, down to about the 31. 43 seconds in the half. Chargers have one timeout. A chance to extend this lead. Yeah, the NFC playoff picture. The Rams sit on top. Packers, Eagles, and Bucks lead their respective divisions. It's crazy because if you look at this NFC playoff picture, the Lions would be in the playoffs in the AFC at 8-5. Herbert in shotgun back to his left, 3 receivers to the right, looking to throw in 1st and 10. Has some time, stepping left, throwing deep left side, and that's going to be overthrown and incomplete. More so a throwaway towards McConkey. 36 seconds remain in the half. Second and 10. Herbert in shotgun back to his left. 2 receiving options to each side. Ball on their own 31. Looking to throw once again. Quick pass left side. Can be caught by Keenan Allen. Up to about the 38. And they're going to go hurry up with 30 seconds to play in the half and counting. 3rd and 4. They need quite a few yards. Get into field goal range. Herbert in shotgun back to his right. 2 receivers to each side. Looking to throw. Has some time, pass right side, can be hit while throwing this one, and it's picked off. Adoree Jackson to the 45. And the Eagles have a chance to cut into this deficit before the half. There is a penalty down, and Jackson is slow to get up. 7 seconds to play in the half. Unnecessary roughness against the Chargers after the interception. This is going to put the Eagles at about the 30-yard line and in field goal range for Jake Elliott. So that's a terrible mistake from the Chargers. Herbert hit while throwing this one. Jalen Phillips barely gets an arm onto Herbert's shoulder and forces this ball to come off kind of weak. And Adoree Jackson takes advantage. And with 2 timeouts in 7 seconds. And yeah, Vidal slams Adoree Jackson late. So Jackson still to get up, ended the penalty there against the Chargers. That is the 6th turnover of the half. 6 turnovers in one half of play, the first time this season. And the Eagles are in field goal range with time to get 1 play towards the end zone. Yeah, this Eagles defense is doing everything in their power to keep them in this game. All right, 1st and 10 from the 30. They added some seconds back on the clock. There's 10 seconds now in the half. So the Eagles definitely have time to get another playoff here with 2 timeouts. I'm going to try and cut into this as Jalen Hurts cannot find his helmet. All right, there we go. Three seconds are added back to the clock. There's 10 seconds in the half. Hurts in shotgun back to his left. 2 receivers to each side. Ball on the plus 30-yard line. Hurts looking to throw. Pass left side, going to be incomplete. Just basically a throwaway along the left side. 5 seconds remain in the half. And they're going to send out Jake Elliott and the field goal unit to make this a 1-point Charger lead at halftime. This is going to be a 48-yard kick from the left hash for Jake Elliott. Kick is up, and he missed it wide left. It's no good. It remains a 4-point Charger lead with them getting the ball to begin the second half. A wasted opportunity for Philly. They better hope that does not come back to bite them later in this one. That's an uncharacteristic miss from Jake Elliott. And this game continues to just be chaos. And brings us to halftime. That's a very uncharacteristic miss for Jake Elliott. He hit from 41 earlier in the day as well. That's just a bad miss. And so entering this game, he had an 85-ish% field goal percentage from within 40 yards. So after that kick, it's going to become... not that. It brought down to about 84. Damn, you lose a whole percentage off of one missed kick. Crazy. Yeah, that's a pretty uncharacteristic miss. Oh well. At commercial break. Oh, John Harbaugh is going to get fined. He made some comments about the refs during this one earlier today during his presser, which fair, in reference to the Isaiah Likely non-interception or non-touchdown. All right, at commercial break. At commercial break at halftime. Yeah, just pure chaos this game has been. Pure chaos. All right, we'll see how the second half goes. Is the second half going to feature as many turnovers as this first half did? All right, at halftime. At halftime. Yeah, so next week's slate, week 15. Again, I won't be live for Thursday night. This upcoming week, I already had plans or scheduled beforehand. So on Sunday, we'll be live with Bills Patriots. One of either Broncos, Packers, or Lions Rams. And then Sunday Night Football between the Vikings and Cowboys. That's going to be one of the games of all time. And then, yeah, next week, Monday night, good old Dolphins Steelers, a matchup that has quite an interesting history to it. It's expected to be 19 degrees. God. Yeah, for a long time, Dolphins Steelers have been a fun matchup. I mean, it was in 2016, it was the wild card round. Earlier in that same season, you have the Antonio Brown stepping out of bounds on the final play of the game instead of just walking in for the touchdown. A few years ago, last time these two teams played, it was a Sunday Night Football game. Miami were in throwbacks. Noah Igbinoghene had the game-winning interception against Kenny Pickett. Even going further back than that, AFC Championship game in 1972. Right after the Immaculate Reception, Miami wins that to keep on the perfect season. Those two teams was also the matchup for a Monday night game where the weather was so bad, punts would get stuck in the field of play, which actually led to the Steelers winning the game like 3-0. But that's gonna be an interesting matchup. Hopefully, Achane is 100% for that. She seemed like he's going to play, but him playing and him being at 100% are a different thing. So we'll see how the week progresses. Yeah. 8 minutes left in halftime and showing highlights from around the league. Including that Texans Chiefs game from last night. Which was definitely an interesting one. Yep, at commercial break. At halftime. Yeah, good old Buffalo. That Bills Patriots game next week is gonna be fun. I cannot wait for that. At commercial break. Right halftime there. 6:25 to go in halftime. It's gonna be a great game. I'm probably even though I do hate the Patriots more than I do the Bills, I would find it so funny if Miami can jump Buffalo in the division. So I'm gonna need the Patriots to win that one, sadly. But again, we'll see. It's in New England as well. It's gonna be a great game. Patriots coming off of their bye week as well. It's gonna be an interesting one. Between we'll see. I still have a week to decide what jersey to wear for that one. As I have both the Bills and Patriots jersey, so we'll see. I might change my mind as the week progresses. And Devon Achane already up to over 1,100 yards on the year. Again, if he's good to go against Pittsburgh, should be an interesting one. Yeah. I am curious what happens tomorrow with it. And they must lose, yeah. And who did the Texans play next week? Arizona. All right. And Tennessee plays the 49ers. Ew. All right. Yeah, week 15 going to be an interesting one. At commercial break. As we await the start of the second half, see if the chaos continues. Oh yeah, that's right. Oh yeah, that is tomorrow night. Hell yeah. Hey, tomorrow? No, Wednesday night. Hell yeah. All right, add commercial break. All right. This timer is wrong. Should be coming out of commercial break here soon for the start of the second half. Chargers get ball to begin the second half, up by 4, with an offense that has been moving decently well. They had an interception on the last drive out. But really, besides that, it's been a fine day at work. All right, just getting back from commercial break. Second half underway here soon. Yeah, the first half highlights. It's all going to be turnovers. There were 6 turnovers in the first half as chaos ran wild. Do you see if that continues on in the second half? All right, so Philly set to send this one down. We're getting the sideline interview with Jim Harbaugh here. 5 first downs in the first half, and they're still up by 4. Man, what is this game? What is this game? Every single turnover was in the second quarter. Second half kickoff underway. Going to be returned beginning from the 5. Has room out past the 20, past the 25, past the 30, and going to be brought down near the 33. The Chargers will start from there. And let's try to at least keep the third quarter turnover free. We don't need too much chaos in one game. There's a limit. All right, Herbert under center. Going to toss this up the middle, and Omarion and Hampton to the line of scrimmage for no gain. Not a great way to start off this second half for LA. And that's second and 10. Herbert in shotgun, back behind him. 3 receiving options to the right. 10 in motion into the backfield. Herbert, handoff up the middle for Vidal. Bouncing out left side, past the 35 and brought down near the 39. Going to be a 3rd and about 4 coming up. Herbert looking to throw in 3rd and 4, stepping up and taking it himself, sliding down near the 44-yard line. It'll be enough for a first down, gain of 5. All right, 1st and 10. Herbert under center, back behind him. Back and fullback behind him. Gonna hand this off up the middle, and that's gonna be maybe a yard for Kamani Vidal. 2nd and 9 coming up. So 2nd and 9 coming up. Herbert in shotgun, back to his left, 2 receiving options to each side. Going to look to throw. Has some time, pass right side, going to be caught by Quentin Johnston, pass midfield to about the 48. A 3rd and 2 coming up. Chargers, they're moving. Doesn't really feel all too great, but they are moving the ball pretty well on this. 3rd and 2 coming up. Yeah, Johnson was wide open. He tries to cut backwards a bit to make a man miss. If he cuts up the field, maybe he gets something, but still a solid play. Herbert in shotgun, back to his left. 3 receiving options to the left. 3rd and 2. Gonna hand this off up the middle, and that's enough for the first. Omarion Hampton fights his way to about the 45. Maybe the 46. He picks up just enough for the first down to keep the chains moving. All right, 1st and 10. Herbert under center, back behind him. 2 receiving options to each side. Man in motion, right to left. Gonna hand this off left side for Trey Harris. Has space to about the 43. A gain of 2 and 2nd and 8 coming up. 10:55 to play in the third quarter. Second and 8. All right, cool. Herbert under center, back behind him. 2 receiving options to each side. Herbert going to hand this off up the middle, and that's going to be down to the line of scrimmage for no gain. Nakobe Dean on the tackle. And no penalty? Can I get a replay on this, ESPN? No, he gets the shoulder a bit, I guess. He doesn't grab the face mask at all. He kind of just slaps it, then goes to the shoulder. Still a weird looking play. 3rd and 7. Herbert in shotgun, back to his right, looking to throw. Pressure coming. Herbert escapes somehow. Has space down the left side for a 1st and more. Past the 30 and out of bounds near the 27. Justin Herbert somehow escapes 4 Eagles crashing in on him and picks up 16 yards for the first. Somehow, Nakobe Dean does not make that sack there. Herbert under center, back behind him. 2 receiving options to each side. Gonna hand this off left side for Hampton. That's a gain of about a yard, up to the 26, 25 yard line. Still on the opening drive of the half. There is 8:55 to play in the third quarter. All right, so Herbert in shotgun, back to his left, 3 receiving options to the right. Going to look to throw once again. Herbert with time, pass over the middle, caught with space inside the 20 to the 18. That is Oronde Gadsden on the reception, I believe. Yeah, it's Gadsden. Gonna be a 3rd and 2. Eight minutes to play in the third. Herbert in shotgun, back to his left, 3 receiving options to the right. Man in motion, right to left. They toss this left side for Hampton. Trying to find space down the sideline. Going to be out of bounds, just shy of the 1st down marker. A 4th and 2 coming up. And a Chargers drive that picked up multiple 3rd downs will stall inside the red zone at the 18-yard line. Yeah. So 4th and 2. And out comes Cameron Dicker in the field goal unit. Still a great drive to begin this half as the 36-yard kick is up and right down the middle. An opening drive of the half that killed about 8 minutes of time. Oh, now there's a penalty. What's the penalty? It's 4th and 2. Any penalty the Eagles get here will give the Chargers the first. Unsportsmanlike conduct against the Eagles? It will be 1st and goal for LA. What? How do you get on? Oh, it's a leverage call. He uses his left hand to try and get leverage to block the kick, and it's 1st and goal LA. That's it. Yeah, I'll check it out next commercial break. So 7:08 to play in the third quarter. We're still on the opening drive of the second half. Now 1st and goal from the 9. Herbert and shotgun back behind him. 3 receiving options to the left. Now Herbert moving to under center. Gonna toss this left side for Vidal, and he's going to lose about 4 on the play. It's Reed Blankenship blowing up the toss. And 2nd and goal coming up. Yeah, like the Chargers are gonna kill so much time on this opening drive. It is like legitimately impressive to have a drive like this. It's an 8+ minute drive. Herbert in shotgun back to his left. 3 receivers to the right. 2nd and goal from the +13. Herbert looking to throw. Has some time trying to step up, and Herbert is stacked back near the 17. And the Chargers have only gone backwards after the penalty to give him 1st and goal. Byron Young, the first Eagle into the backfield. It's 3rd and goal from the 16 now. Jalix Hunt trying to punch the ball loose. Hits that left hand of Justin Herbert. Give me something to keep an eye on. Herbert in shotgun back to his left. 3 receivers to the left. 3rd and goal. Looking to throw. Pass left side. Going to be incomplete. Trying to screen for Kamani Vidal. And the Chargers will still have to settle for a field goal. But what that entire sequence allowed him to do was kill an extra minute and a half of clock on his opening drive. And it's just 5:36 to play in the third quarter. So Cameron Dicker on for the 34-yard kick. From the left hash, he hit from 36 just before the penalty. Kick is up, and it's right down the middle. So it still gets to a 7-point lead for the Chargers. But an extra minute and a half is killed off the clock. 5:32 to play in the third quarter. And we head to commercial break as we await the Eagles' first drive of the half. Yeah, that was a really nice 16-play drive that killed 9 minutes and 28 seconds of time. That is a perfect way to start the half. Oh, hell yeah. Yeah, that is a really well done. All right, we're at commercial break. At commercial break. New Balance is a shoe brand that I kind of don't care for. At the same time, they pick really good music for commercials. Yeah, you can. Okay. You always kill it with the drawings you sent me. I love it. You send me, I love it. It's great. Jalen Brown is saying this. Add commercial break. I have a commercial for Monday Night Football next week. Steelers Dolphins. That's going to be a fun one. All right, just getting back from commercial break. We await the Eagles' next drive of the first drive of the half. Yeah, an opening drive of the half that killed 9.5 minutes of time is a great way to start this half for the Chargers. As we await the Chargers to send this one down. Kickoff underway, going to be returned beginning from the 6. Room out past the 20, past the 25, past the 30, past the 35, fumbles! And the Eagles hang on. But nearly a disaster way to start the half. Britton Covey falls on his own fumble. And it will be Eagles ball at about the 36-yard line. Yeah, this game has been absolute peak chaos. Hurts under center, back behind him. 3 receiving options to the left. Ball on their own 36. Man in motion, left to right. Hurts gonna play action and look to throw. Has time. Pass right side. Gonna be caught by A.J. Brown. Past the 40 and down to the plus 37. A.J. Brown was wide open down the right side. Yeah, that's a wide open throw. Good catch from A.J. Brown. Yeah, that's one that if Hurts missed, there's going to be multiple discussions about it. Hurts in shotgun, back to his left. 3 receivers to the left as well. Ball on the plus 38. Going to look to throw once again. Pressure coming. Hurts stepping up. Now rolling to his left. Passing left side, going to be incomplete. Dallas Goedert to the intended target. 2nd and 10 coming up. Hell yeah, appreciate it. All right, 2nd and 10. Landon Dickerson, questionable with a calf injury. I mean, the old line has still been playing fine, but you're already dealing with Lane Johnson being out. You can't really afford to lose anyone else on that old line. Hurts in shotgun, back to his left. The give to Saquon Barkley is met instantly behind the line. Breaks off 1 tackle though, but still going to lose about 4 as he was forced out of bounds eventually. They get past midfield and they go backwards from there. Teair Tart was the first Charger in the backfield. He couldn't quite bring down Barkley. And then like a trio of others force him out of bounds. So it was a 3rd and 14 from the plus 42. It's more so a 3rd and 15. Either way, you're in an obvious passing down now. Hurts in shotgun. 3 receivers to the left, 2 to the right. Play clock winding down. Need to get the snap off, and they do. Hurts, quick throw right side, caught by A.J. Brown. Gonna get to about the 35. It's a gain of 7. You get half, which is sets you up to go for it. It would be a long, they're gonna, all right, they sent out Jake Elliott actually. Gonna be a 50+ yard kick. Elliott is a career 60% kicker from 50+. He missed earlier in this one. 54 yards out in the right hash. It is up. And it is good. All right. After the Chargers touchdown on their opening drive, the teams have been trading field goals. And that brings us to a commercial break. All right. Not bad, not bad. We have add commercial break. And more of these progressive commercials. I've been trying, so again, the Winter Olympics are right around the corner. And the only real event I care about is hockey in it. So I've been trying to keep up with the saga on getting the rink made for the Winter Olympics, and it's been a mess. For the first off, it's gonna be like I believe it's gonna be 3 feet short, like 3 feet smaller all around compared to an actual NHL rink. So already that makes a big difference. Second, it's set up to be finished construction on February 2nd. Hockey for the Olympics begins February 5th. So not a great sign. There's not going to be a lot of room for error in that. It's going to be a complete mess. But still one that's going to be very interesting to watch. As we're still at commercial break. At commercial break. We await the Chargers' second drive of the half. Their opening drive of the half. Went 16 plays in 9.5 minutes and ended in a field goal. If they have a drive that is even half that long, it sets themselves up to really it sets themselves up really nicely for the fourth quarter. Yeah, showing Super Bowl locations. This year it's in good old Santa Clara. Next year it's in LA, and then it's in Atlanta in 2028. As the kickoff is underway, going to be returned beginning from the return up past the 25, and brought down right around there as Vidal went horizontal upon getting to the 25-yard line. 3:22 to play in the third quarter. 4-point Charger lead. In a game which offenses have not been on display in this one. Again, Justin Herbert has a total of 110 yards passing. 60 of those came on the opening drive and a dump off to Kamani Vidal. So it's been a rough day through the air for both teams. Herbert under center, back behind him, 2 receiving options to each side. Going to play action and look to throw. Pressure coming, Herbert trying to escape, will take it himself up the middle, and ball comes loose, but the Chargers have it at the 30. It's the fullback picking it up to keep the fullback picking it up to keep possession. Herbert a little shaken up afterwards. He gets hit hard on this one, including in the left hand, which he just had surgery on about a week ago. Their backup is Trey Lance. 2nd and 7. Herbert under center, back behind him. Going to hand this off up the middle, and that's going to be Vidal bouncing out left side with room. Past the 40, 45, and down to about the 48. There is also a penalty down afterwards. It's holding against the Chargers. 2nd and 15 coming up. This game is chaos, and I love it. Will Dissly called for the holding. Yeah, this is one of those games where both teams deserve to lose. And yet, key thing that even the broadcast now point out, Herbert handed that ball off with his right hand when it was a left side handoff, similar to what Jordan Love did a few weeks back due to his left hand injury. So that left hand is starting to impact Justin Herbert a bit. And in the tie, sure, why not? Herbert in shotgun back to his left, 2 receivers to each side. About 2 minutes to play in the third quarter. Herbert looking to throw once again. Pressure coming, and Herbert is sacked. Back at the 11. Jordan Davis, one of like 4 Eagles into the backfield. And it's a 3rd and 22 coming up. Zach Bond officially ruled with the sack. Yeah, Zach Bond up the middle. Basically gets a free rush. He makes first contact. Jordan Davis finishes off the sack. A 3rd and 22 coming up from their own 13. Herbert in shotgun back to his left. Going to hand this off up the middle, and that's going to get to about the 18-yard line. It's a 3 and out for the Chargers. Yeah, again, neither team deserves to win this game. It's been an ugly one, but someone has to. Unless they want to end it in a tie, which would be funny. At 4th and 18, 50 seconds to play in the third quarter. All right, the punt comes off clean. Going to be fair caught at the 38. The Eagles will start from there. 38 seconds to play in the quarter. We need at least one more play from this Eagles offense. And yeah, Justin Herbert. He's getting banged around in this one. That he's been sacked 4 times already. And we're heading to a commercial break because of course we are. All right, add commercial break. I still love the Monsters Inc. broadcast. It's been great. It's been great to see clips from that throughout the game. It is just the perfect summation of what this game has been. On any rewatches of this game, should be purely through the alt broadcasts. Like re-airings as well. Like the 4 a.m. Eagles Chargers gets re-aired on NFL Network. Make it the Monsters Inc. broadcast. That's what this game deserves. Yeah, this game deserves the alternate broadcast. Yeah, add commercial break. Yeah, it appropriately captures the stupidity of this game and the chaotic nature of this game to the point where the alternate broadcast legitimately broke during the 3 turnover play. Like it's perfect. Jalen Hurts has 3 turnovers in this one. 2 of them were on the same play. Again, first time since 1978 that happened. Herbert Hurts. Hurts under center, back behind him, 3 receiving options to the left, man in motion left to right. Going to hand this off left side for Saquon Barkley, and he's going to lose about 2. There is a penalty down. How many penalties is that? It's offsides against the Chargers, so we're 1st and 5 coming up. Teair Tart called for the offsides. How many penalties is that now? That's the 9th penalty. It actually is that's actually less than I thought it was. There has been a few declined. All right, 1 more play is needed before the end of the quarter. Hurts under center, back behind him. 2 receiving options to each side. Play action looking to throw. Pressure coming quick. Rolling out right. And gonna just throw this one away incomplete. 5 seconds remaining in the third. It's a 2nd and 5 coming up. Second and 5. All right, this is now definitively the final play of the third quarter. Even though it feels like we should have had it twice already. Hurts alone in shotgun. 3 receivers to the right, 2 to the left. They get the snap off in time. Hurts, quick pass right side, caught by Goddard. Going to get about 4 on the play. Up nearing the 48-yard line. That's the end of the third quarter. 15 minutes remain in this one. In a game that really no one has played great, at least offensively. The defenses are playing well. But it's been a something. It's been something, all right. We had to commercial break. There's no real good way to describe this game. Honestly, the fact that a SpongeBob commercial came on right after, it probably sums this up really well. Yep, at commercial break. At commercial break. Hey, cool, a Bradley Cooper commercial. I'm curious at what Bradley Cooper thinks about this game. The same way that, the University of Texas, it feels like they get a Matthew McConaughey camera for broadcast for all the games. Give me a Bradley Cooper alternate broadcast for Eagles games. That could be really entertaining if it's a bad game. If it's a good game for Philly, it might be a whatever. But you get a game like this, or a game like Black Friday last week, and just put Bradley Cooper, a camera on him to watch that game, I think it'll be entertaining to some degree. Yeah, we're still at commercial break. All right, just getting back from commercial break. Talking about the CFP. That begins next week, huh? Technically 2 weeks, I guess. All I know is that 2 of those games interfere with Hurts shovel pass left side for Saquon Barkley can be enough for a 1st and more. Saquon Barkley, bring out the red carpet. He is in. A 52-yard touchdown, and the Eagles take the lead for the first time tonight to begin the fourth quarter. And Saquon Barkley has hit the scene. 100+ yards on the night. That's all it took for Philly. That is all it took. They lined up in a makeshift tush push formation. The Chargers put everyone front and center. And Saquon Barkley had nothing but grass in front of him along the left side. Extra point up and good. And just like that, the Eagles have the lead. That is Saquon Barkley's second game this season of 100+ yards. Only his second. Compare that to last year, where he had 11 games last year of 100+ yards. Only 2 this year. And that also goes to show just part of the issues with this Eagles team this year. We're at commercial break. Yeah, one field goal and the tie is real. At commercial break. At commercial break. Yeah, all it took was one play. Oh, that has been the nature of this game as well. This has been one of those games where one play has continuously shifted momentum. Where either turnovers, loss of yards, bad penalties. In this case, it's a 52-yard touchdown for Saquon Barkley. All right, just getting back from commercial break. Again, a reminder, I will not be live this upcoming Thursday night for Buccaneers and Falcons. I have other stuff planned that's been in the works for a little bit now. And it was like the only day that we really get it going. But I will be live for 3 games on Sunday. Bills, Patriots, either Broncos, Packers, or Rams, Lions. Still not sure yet on that. And then Sunday Night Football between the Vikings and Cowboys. Looked like there's a bit of a miss holding on that touchdown. But oh well. Kickoff underway. Going to be returned beginning from the 6. Room out past the 25 to about the 26. So the Chargers will start from there. And it's an offense that has not been getting a lot going tonight. They're going to need something here soon. Yeah, a bit of a missed holding there from the refs. Again, you're gonna have to get lucky a few times each game. That was one of those cases where the Eagles got lucky. Herbert in shotgun back to his left. 3 receiving options to the right. Man in motion right to left. As Herbert is going to hand this off up the middle for Kamani Vidal. He gets up to about the 30. A gain of 4. And a 2nd and 6 coming up. Yeah, the Chargers offense has not been doing a lot tonight. But they were able to bank on their defense for most of this night, and now they're the ones who need to make a play. Herbert in shotgun, back to his left, 2 receivers to each side. Going to fake a toss left and look to throw. Pressure coming, Herbert rolling right, passing right, caught by Ladd McConkey. Has space past the 40 and down to the 42 before being brought down. His first reception of the night comes with just under 14 minutes to play in the game. Eagles have been doing a great job keeping him in check. So 1st and 10 from their own 42. Herbert under center, back and fullback behind him. Handoff up the middle is going to get about 3 for Vidal up to the 45. So 2nd and 7 coming up. So 2nd and 7. Herbert in shotgun. Back to his right, 2 receiving options to each side. Going to look to throw once again. Pressure comes quick, avoids 1 sack, rolling left. Gonna take it himself, and Justin Herbert will get to the 49-yard line. A gain of 4 and a 3rd and 3 coming up. Nakobe Dean, free rush up the middle, and somehow Justin Herbert escapes that. Nakobe Dean is unblocked up the middle, but just couldn't bring Herbert down. And he ends up getting 4 off of it. That's been the case a lot this season with Justin Herbert. I remember back to the game against Miami. Jalen Phillips couldn't quite bring Herbert down a few times in that one and allowed the Chargers to get the game-winning field goal. Herbert to throw in 3rd and 3. Pass right side, going to be off the mark and incomplete. Looking for Kamani Vidal on a wheel route. Puts it just too far down the field. It's a 4th and 3 from around midfield. And they're going to punt this one away. Yeah, it would have been needed a bit of quick throw to McConkey. Vidal has a step against DeJean. He just put it too far out there. All right, the punt comes off clean. Trying to pin the Eagles deep. Going to be returned beginning from the 5. Breaks off 1 tackle. Breaks off 1 tackle, breaks off a 2nd, breaks off a 3rd, and gets brought down past the 25 to about the 27. A great return from Britton Covey. And the Eagles will have pretty solid starting field position. And we head to commercial break. All right, at commercial break. Eagles have a real opportunity here to blow this game open. And college football playoff about a week away. Or about closer to 2 weeks away at this point. At commercial break. At commercial break. At commercial break, about 11:50 to play in the game. We await the Eagles' next drive, coming off of a 52-yard Saquon Barkley touchdown run. Yeah, Chargers got away with a face mask. There's been a few missed face masks tonight. Hurts in shotgun back to his right. Three receiving options to the right as we're just coming back from commercial break. Ball on their own 27. Hurts going to play action and look to throw. With some time, step into his left. Now going to roll right. Trying to buy some more time. Pass right side. Going to be caught with space up to about the 45. It is Darius Cooper on the reception. And that's a solid way to start this drive. A gain of 19. And nearing midfield. The rookie out of Tarleton State gets his third reception of his career. Hurts in shotgun back to his left. Three receiving options to the left as well. Play action once again. Hurts pass over the middle. It's tipped and intercepted. Return past midfield. Past the 45 to 40, 35 and out of bounds near the 36. Maybe 34. Looking over the middle to, I believe, A.J. Brown. It goes through his hands and directly into the chest of the Chargers. And they get a massive momentum boost in this one. That is Jalen Hurts' third interception of the night. His fourth total turnover. And yet A.J. Brown just couldn't come down with that high pass. And it's Cam Hart with the interception to give the Chargers some life. Second-year player out of Notre Dame. Former fifth-round pick. And that's his first career interception. Ball up to the 35. Herbert under center. Back behind him. Three receiving options to the left. 11 minutes to play in the game. Play action looking to throw. Herbert with some time. Stepping up. Going to try and take it himself. And going to be sacked for a loss of a yard. But Geno Smith out here. Kenny Pickett pretty much back out here. It's a rough one. I did. Thank you for that. Yeah, there's a sack back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10, they're saying. Herbert under center, back and fullback behind him. Going to hand this off up the middle. And there's room up to the 30 for Kamani Vidal. 3rd and 5 coming up. That is the 7th total turnover in this game. Every single turnover for Philly has been through Jalen Hurts, I should say. Because that one was because of A.J. Brown. That's a ball he has caught before. He should have caught there. Yes, it was a bit high. But it goes through his hand. It's a rough one tonight. Herbert in shotgun back to his left. Three receivers to the right. Going to look to throw in 3rd and 5. Pass right side. Going to be caught along the sideline by Keenan Allen. Up to the 20. Maybe the 21. Gain of about 9 or 10. And a first down for the Chargers. They're going to say to the 20. Yeah, a 7 turnover game is crazy. Herbert under center, back and fullback behind him. 9 minutes to play in the game. Herbert going to hand this off right side for Omarion Hampton. He gets past the 20 to about the 17. At commercial break. Yeah, I'm going to be rooting for Tulane and James Madison as well in the CFP because I like chaos and it would be fun to see a group of 5 succeed. As Herbert and shotgun, Pat, handoff to the right, going to be Omarion Hampton inside the 15 to about the 13. But more so, my team for the CFP is going to be the U. But at the end of the day, any way chaos can unfold, I'm here for it. A 3rd and 3 coming up for the Chargers. Yeah, Denver, currently the 1 seed in the AFC because of a tiebreaker due to them sweeping the Raiders and the Patriots losing to the Raiders in week 1. So Denver would have the first round bye. Herbert under center, play action looking to throw. Pressure coming, escaping to his right. Still looking, pass end zone incomplete. Basically a throwaway towards Ladd McConkey. It's a 4th and 3. 7:29 to play in the game, and out comes the field goal unit. Overtime is just gonna be 6 turnovers and a nothing overtime period. A 31-yard kick from Cameron Dicker from the right hash to tie this game up at 16. It is up and it is good. All tied up at 16. About 7:25 to play in the game. Yeah, every play's a turnover. For 10 minutes straight, it's nothing but turnovers. That would be a crazy overtime. Remember, we're at commercial break. I'm going to quickly be right back. All right. I am back. So at commercial break. Yeah, just pure chaos in overtime. I'm here for it. I am here for it. At commercial break. Yep, more commercials about next week Monday night matchup. Okay, come on, ESPN. They're showing like clips for next week's Monday night matchup. One of them is Christian Wilkins. Come on. Kickoff underway, going to be returned beginning from the 4-yard line up past the 20-25 down to about the 29. I don't know. Again, Miami has been great this season, but come on with that. At 1st and 10, Hurts and shotgun back to his right, 3 receivers to the left. Going to quick throw left side, caught by Devonta Smith. Up past the 30 and down to about the 31, maybe 32. They're going to say a gain of 2. So a gain of about 2.5, they're probably saying. Second and 8. Hurts under center, back behind him. 3 receiving options to the right. Handoff right side for Saquon Barkley, going to get about a gain of 2. A 3rd and 6 coming up. All right, 3rd and 6. Hurts in shotgun, back to his right. 3 receivers to the left, looking to throw. Has some time, stepping to his left. Throwing left, it's tipped and incomplete. Looking for A.J. Brown. Had a window there, but he threw it a bit late. Giving the Chargers time to make a play on the ball. And the Eagles go 3 and out with 6 minutes to play in the game. Yeah, Goddard gets open a bit again. A.J. Brown is open. Hurts just gets there a bit late on the progressions. Yeah, he's open there on that break. Just Hurts didn't see it in time. Punt comes off clean, gonna be out of bounds near the 25, I think. The camera did not do a good job with that. So 5:46 to play in the game. It's gonna be Chargers ball at their own 25. 1st and 10. The Chargers have a drive that lasts 5 minutes and 40 seconds, only for the kick to get blocked. That's gonna be the magic here. That's gonna be the magic in all this. Herbert fumbles is too vanilla. Give me a bad snap on the field goal. A bad snap on the field goal that then forces a bad snap on the field goal that forces Cameron Digger to then throw the ball, which is picked off and returned to the 5-yard line with no time remaining. AKA, I'm pretty much just asking for the Garo Yepperman botched field goal in Super Bowl 7, but for it to not be a pick six. That would be great. All right, so that commercial break. Yeah. Oh, that would be crazy. All right, just getting back from commercial break. Oh yeah, and yeah, because on this day, what 45 years ago, also on the Monday Night Football game is when John Lennon got killed. It's crazy that is Herbert in shotgun, back to his right, 3 receivers to the left. Gonna hand this off up the middle, and that's gonna be a loss of about a yard or 2 for Vidal. Cameron Dicker kicking the dirt would be funny. Yeah, because they just played the audio bite from that night, which is so crazy. During a Monday Night Football game, just Herbert in shotgun, back to his right, 3 receivers to the left. 5:10 to play in the game. Herbert looking to throw. Has some time. Pressure coming. Escapes to his right. Gonna get to about the 29 before being brought down. He gets brought down kind of awkwardly. He's up and heading back to the huddle. It's gonna be a 3rd and about 7. A 3rd and about 7 with under 5 minutes to play. Herbert in shotgun, back to his left. 3 receivers to the left. Ball on their own 28. Looking to throw once again. Has some time. Trying to escape to his right. And gonna be sacked back at the 21-yard line. The Chargers now go 3 and out. The 7th sack of the night for this Eagles defense. And they keep their offense in this one. 4 minutes to play in the game. The Chargers will have to punt. It's Jordan Davis. All right, the punt comes off clean. Going to be returned beginning from the 22, past the 25, breaks off 1 tackle, past the 30, past the 35, past the 40, and out of bounds at the 41. A great return from Britton Covey. And with 3:33 to play in the game, the Eagles need about 25 yards for field goal range. Yeah. All right, so Hurts under center. First and 10. Back behind him, 3 receiving options to the right. Ball on their own 40. Hand off to Saquon Barkley up the middle and gonna get back to the line of scrimmage for no gain. Second and 10 coming up. As you're saying, 2nd and 9. 3 minutes to play in the game. Hurts in shotgun, back to his right. 3 receivers to the right. Man in motion, right to left. Hurts gonna look to throw. Pressure comes quick. Pass left side, caught by A.J. Brown. Breaks off 1 tackle. A first down and more. Getting out of the bounds near the 45. Not quite in field goal range, but a fresh set of downs for the Eagles as they're slowly approaching field goal range. 2:43 to play in the game. Yeah, those type of games are great. It's same thing with movies that are like so bad they're good because they're really funny by how bad they are. That's kind of what this game is like. This game is like the NFL game equivalent to The Room. That's a what? Hurts and shotgun back behind him. Gonna play action, look to throw, pass left side off to mark and incomplete, looking for Dallas Goedert. Sure. All right, 2nd and 10, 2:40 to play. Hurts and shotgun back to his left. 3 receivers to the right. Ball on the plus 44-yard line. Play clock winding down. They get the snap off as Hurts looks to throw. Pass over the middle, caught by A.J. Brown. Inside the 30 and down to the 25. A.J. Brown. 2 massive receptions on this drive to put the Eagles inside field goal range. And yeah, he's down by contact there. All right, the Chargers are going to start calling their timeouts. Two and a half to play in the game. Hurts under center, going to hand this off up the middle for Saquon Barkley, trying to bounce it left side and going to lose about 1.5 yards. Khalil Mack on the tackle. And the Chargers will call their second timeout with 2:27 to play. Now the Chargers remain in schedule, not the easiest. Kansas City, Dallas, Houston, and Denver. 3 of those are on the road. So this would be a big time win. While the Eagles remain in schedule, it's a joke. They play Washington twice, Las Vegas, and Buffalo. But come on. All right, 2nd and 11. Hurts in shotgun. Back to his right, 2 receiving options to each side, looking to throw. Has time, pass, left side, end zone, incomplete. Looking for A.J. Brown, couldn't hang on. Some good coverage from Cam Hart, and it's 3rd and 11. I like the mindset of taking one deep there. It hits A.J. Brown needs to hang on that one through the contact. It's there. It's a nicely placed ball from Jalen Hurts. Yeah, that's a great throw. That's one that A.J. Brown needs to catch. Initially he has it, then when he tries to readjust, it goes through his hands and hits off his knee. Yeah, and he knows that one as well. And the Eagles will call their first timeout as they're not going to get that snap off in time for 3rd and 11. 2:23 to play in the game. $2:23 to play. Well, they're in field goal range. They're on the plus 26-yard line. Hurts in shotgun. 3 receivers to the right, 2 to the left. Play clock winding down. They get the snap off Hurts. Quick throw left side. Going to be dropped. Incomplete for Devonta Smith. And they're going to have to settle for a field goal with 2:20 to play. The Chargers have a chance. Because the clock stops as well. They have 1 timeout and the 2-minute warning. It's a 44-yard kick for Jake Elliott from the left hash. Kick is up, and it is good. The Eagles take a 3-point lead late. 2:16 to play. The Chargers, with 1 timeout, need at least a field goal. All right. If they have a great kick return, it sets up for more than just a potential field goal. Kickoff underway. Going to be returned beginning from the 4. Room out past the 25 and brought down near the 29. First and 10. Herbert in shotgun back to his right. 2 receivers to each side. Ball on their own 28. Herbert looking to throw. Pressure coming, trying to step up. Rolling to his right now. Looking, passing, incomplete. At the feet of Ladd McConkey. Zach Bond in coverage alongside Cooper DeJean. 2nd and 10 coming up. 2:04 to play. Still have plenty of time with the timeout and the 2-minute warning. But they're going to need to get the ball down the field a little bit here. Herbert in shotgun back to his right. 3 receivers to the left. Looking to throw once again. Herbert with time. Pass deep over the middle. Incomplete. Ladd McConkey, nearly an incredible catch over Cooper DeJean. And that's the 2-minute warning. 1:58 to play. 3rd and 10. DeJean gets a hand on that one, but even then, McConkey nearly came down with it. And we're going to commercial break for the 2-minute warning. That is a great. Are we talking about in terms of like liters, like milliliters, liters, and that, or just like weight wise? I think either way, the answer is close to 0. But like, I'm willing to give the Jets like a solid 50 milliliters of fuel if that was the situation. Just time in the air. They get 3 minutes. It would be like one of those really shitty drones. Yeah, exactly. And the Jets are pretty much nothing and not sucking. They get like one play a game where it's like, oh yeah, this is actually a good play by the Jets. Again, their best unit on the football field. No, I wouldn't even give you a minute, but I'm just like spitballing here. Again, the Jets' best unit, the most complete unit on the football field is their special teams. Their offense and defense cannot give you a lot. And when your best unit is the special teams, you have a lot of issues. Okay, if airplane view measuring in pounds and kilograms, I'll give them like, what would it be? Somewhat. Again, their special teams they have an elite special teams this year, but it doesn't really give you a whole lot. Let's go like what, 4 pounds, 5 pounds. Yeah, either way, it's not a lot. As we're just coming back from commercial break. A minute 58 to play. 3rd and 10. Chargers need what? 40, no, 35-ish yards for field goal range. Herbert and shotgun back to his left. 3 receiving options to the left as well. Herbert looking to throw. Eagles send pressure. Pass right side off the mark and incomplete for Quentin Johnston, but there's a penalty in the secondary. That's going to be on Philly. Defensive pass interference on Philly. Gonna make it Chargers ball at the 37. Quinyon Mitchell called for the DPI. First and 10 for the Chargers. All right. Herbert and shotgun back to his right. 2 receivers to each side. Going to look to throw once again. Has some time. Now going to tuck in and run to the left. Past the 40 and out of bounds near the 43. A minute 46 to play. And you know what? Let me make sure I have no... One of the better things about being back in this setup. Hopefully the camera's decent. It's been a while since I've checked this. Alright. 2nd and 3. Herbert and shotgun back to his right. Gonna hand this off up the middle. Bouncing out left side. Kamani Vidal past midfield and down to the 48. A minute 40 to play. Chargers get a fresh set of downs. There are roughly, give or take, 8, maybe 13 yards away from field goal range. Yeah, that's definitely the case. The Jets should not be flying right now. Herbert to throw in 1st and 10. Pass right side, wide open, is caught by Keenan Allen. And he's brought down at the 42, a yard shy of field goal range. 2nd and 4 coming up, a minute to play. Yeah, again, the Jets would have no fuel to actually fly if they were a legitimate jet. Herbert and shotgun back to his left, looking to throw. Has time, pass right side off the mark and incomplete. Had a wide open Oronde Gadsden. Would have been plenty enough for a 1st down and for field goal range. Instead, it's 3rd and 4. They're a yard out. 52 seconds to play. And yeah, that's just a bad miss from Herbert. Herbert and shotgun back to his left. 2 receivers to each side. 3rd and 4. 4 for the 1st down. A yard for field goal range. Herbert to throw. Pressure coming. Gonna take himself up the middle. He gets field goal range and they're gonna give him the first. A gain of 4 exactly. Up to the Philly 38-yard line. About 45 seconds to play. The Chargers have field goal range. Herbert in shotgun, back to his right. 2 receivers to each side. Handoff, no, gonna keep it himself right side with space. Past the 30 and sliding down near the 26. 20 seconds to play. It's a 2nd and 1 coming up. And the Chargers will call their final timeout. Read option on that. That's a great play call from the Chargers. Everyone was targeting Kamani Vidal. This is a simple read option. Herbert takes it himself. All right. Chargers call their final timeout. 2nd and 1. 21 seconds to play. Now you're at the point where you can still work the middle of the field, but you need to get up quick and spike it. The middle of the field is still open. You have plenty of time for that. You're in field goal range. You can't make a bad mistake here. Herbert in shotgun, back to his left. 3 receivers to the left as well. It's a 2nd and inches basically. At about the 28.5 yard line. Herbert in shotgun, play action looking to throw. Pressure coming, pass left side, gonna be incomplete, a throwaway. Smart play from Herbert, because you also cannot take a sack here. 15 seconds, you can still work the middle of the field. As ideally 12 seconds is the minimum amount of time you can have and still get a slant and a spike off. So they have 15 seconds. They can still work the middle of the field. It's 3rd and 1. Yeah, I'm gonna get food as well after this. Herbert in shotgun, back to his right. 2 receiving options to each side. Looking to throw. Quick pass right side, incomplete. Looking for Trey Harris. Quinyon Mitchell in coverage. Pass was just off the mark. 4th and inches, and out comes Cameron Dicker to tie this game with under 10 seconds to play from when the kick would actually be completed. It will most likely send this game to overtime. The Eagles have 2 timeouts. They're probably going to try to ice him here. It's a 46-yard kick from the right hash. The kick is up. And it is right down the middle. We are tied at 19 with 8 seconds to play. Cameron Dicker, a perfect 4 for 4 on the night. And unless the Eagles get a miraculous return, we're going to have overtime. Cameron Dicker. There's 8 seconds in regulation. And I don't even know what a tie would do for the playoff standings in the AFC. And like how that would mess over Miami. I don't even know at this point. Kickoff underway. Going to be returned beginning from the 1 yard line. Has space past the 25 and down to the 28 yard line. 3 seconds. What do the Eagles want to do here? I imagine we just head to overtime with this. All right. So Hurts gonna need this one to overtime. We have overtime. Tied up at 19. And let's see how this one plays out. Again, both teams are guaranteed a possession in overtime. It's 10 minutes, one overtime period. And in both teams arguably playing for playoffs at this point. With especially the Chargers, with how the remaining schedule is shaping up to look like. This would be a big time win for them. All right, here comes the coin toss. All right, so Philly gets the call on the coin toss. Eagles choose heads. Eagles win the toss. So the Chargers will get ball first in overtime. Eagles choose to defer. Eagles choose to kick. We get to see this Eagles defense once more. And we're going to head to a commercial break before the start of overtime. We got overtime. All right. We're going back to sit-in for Elisa's first overtime drive. All right. At commercial break as we await the start of overtime. At commercial break. Not the entire time, just for that last Chargers drive, basically. As we're just coming back from commercial break. Essentially just for the final 2 minutes of regulation there. Yeah, there's no way I'll be standing for an entire football game now. All right. Jake Elliott on to send this one down. Kickoff underway. Going to be returned beginning from the 8-yard line. Up past the 25 to about the 30. As a helmet comes loose there as well. All right, what do the Chargers have to begin overtime? Ooh, that's a helmet to helmet hit in the back of the helmet for Kimani Vidal. That's a tough one. All right, Herbert and shotgun back to his right. 3 receivers to the left, gonna keep it himself right side with space. past the 35, past the 40, and out of bounds near the 42. 12-yard carry for Justin Herbert to begin overtime. All right. Justin Herbert's the lead-in rusher for the Chargers tonight. God damn. Herbert under center, back behind him. 2 receiving options to each side. Man in motion left to right. Gonna hand this off up the middle. Space down the right side for Marion Hampton. Past the 45 and down to the plus 40. 2 plays and the Chargers are past midfield, picking up 30 yards across those 2 plays. And they're in field goal range. Just like that, they're in field goal range. All right, Herbert under center, back and fullback behind him. Handoff up the middle for Hampton and gonna get about 2. 8.5 to play in overtime. Yeah. Yeah, I'm kind of rooting for Philly in this one because of the Fins. The Chargers have a very tough schedule coming up, and if Miami can get 2 games behind them in the playoff race, that'll be great. But I think you can even get away with being 3 games behind them, especially with kind of just the situation going on with Indianapolis right now. Herbert in shotgun, back to his right, 2 receiving options to each side. 2nd and 8. Herbert looking to throw. Pass right side, going to be caught by Disley, and only going to pick up about 2 on the play. So a 3rd and 6 coming up. Yeah, the issue with a tie is it counts as half a win. So it makes things so much more convoluted in terms of like, you know, what games you need teams to win and lose. Herbert in shotgun. 3 receivers to the left, 2 to the right. 3rd and 7. Ball on the plus 37-yard line. Herbert to throw. Pressure coming, stepping up, gonna look to take it himself and only gonna get about 1 yard. It's a 4th and 6, and it's gonna be a long field goal try for Cameron Dicker. Gonna be roughly a 54-yard kick. The good news is the ball is going, and the ball's gonna be on the right hash. Yeah, 54-yard kick for Cameron Dicker to give the Chargers the lead. Kick is up. Has the accuracy, and it is good. From 54. Cameron Dicker, a perfect 5 for 5 on the night. And with 6:24 to play, the ball is now in the Eagles' court for this offense. A field goal can make this game end in a tie. A touchdown wins it. And we head to commercial break. Either way, they need points on this next drive. At commercial break. All right, just getting back from commercial break. Kickoff on the way here soon. Cameron Dicker set to send this one down. Up to this Philly offense. Kickoff underway. Going to be returned beginning from the 3. Face up past the 20, 25, and down to about the 31. All right. Final drive for the game. Or most likely final drive. Let's do it. Comes down to this for Philly. Comes down to this. Hurts in shotgun back to his right. 3 receivers to the left. Ball on their own 31-yard line. Man in motion left to right. Hurts, handoff up the middle for Saquon. And gonna fight his way to about the 35, maybe the 36. They're gonna say to the 35. It's a 2nd and 6 coming up. Oh yeah, if Barkley cuts it outside sooner, he maybe gets the first. All right, Hurts in shotgun back to his left. 3 receiving options to the right. Man in motion right to left. 2nd and 6. Play action looking to throw. Hurts with some time. Step in left. Throw in left. Going to be off the mark and incomplete for an open A.J. Brown. Adam would have been down near midfield. Instead, it's 3rd and 6 with 5.5 to play in overtime. Though at this point, time does not really matter. Because either way, the Eagles will be going for it on any 4th down they have. Yeah, that's a tough miss for Jalen Hurts there. That's a tough miss. Hurts in shotgun back to his left. 2 receiving options to each side. Play clock winding down to get the snap off in time. Hurts to throw. Pressure coming, trying to step up. Gonna take it himself past the 40, 45, 50, and down near the 48. But there is a penalty. This might be coming back. Is holding against the Eagles. A 3rd and 16 coming up. From their own 25, Cam Jurgens called for the holding. Yeah, that's a clear hold. There's like 2 holds on that play. Yeah, that's a clear hold against Cam Jurgens. All right, so 3rd and 16. Hurts in shotgun, back to his left. 2 receiving options to each side. Play clock winding down. They get the snap off. Hurts to throw. Pass right side, caught for the first and more. Past the 45, past midfield and down to the plus 47. It's Devontae Smith, and the Eagles stay alive. On 3rd and 16, they pick up 28 and get to the 47. That's a great throw from Jalen Hurts. He's been off a good chunk of the night, but that is a pinpoint throw on a big-time 3rd down. Hurts in shotgun back to his left. 3 receiving options to the right. They're about 4 yards away from field goal range. Hurts, handoff to Barkley, and he's going to lose a yard maybe. 4 minutes to play in overtime. 2nd and 10 coming up. They're saying he got back to the line of scrimmage. Second and 10. Hurts in shotgun. 3 receivers to the left, 2 to the right. Going to look to throw. Has time, pass right side, caught by Dallas Goedert along the sideline. That gets enough for field goal range. It's a gain of 5 up to the 42. So they can at least tie this game now. Assuming Jake Elliott hits the kick. But they're going to give him a chance at the very least. Not necessarily. There's still time for Philly to find the end zone. But if they don't, yeah, it's going to be a tie. Which, Miami being 2.5 games back of the Chargers, I'll take it. You still end up gaining ground after the week. Hurts in shotgun, looking to throw. Pass deep, left side. And it's incomplete. Looking for A.J. Brown. Chargers stacked the box. Hurts got the ball off quick. It was a little bit off the mark for A.J. Brown, trying to go for a one-hander there. 4th and 4. You are just in field goal range. Yeah, he gives A.J. Brown a chance there, but a little bit too far inside. If that ball's placed a little bit more so towards the sideline, it's there. And the offense is staying on the field. Hurts in shotgun, back to his left. 2 receiving options to each side. Game on the line here. And the Chargers will call their first timeout of overtime. Yeah, Herbert has been pressured a lot tonight. And it has not fully mattered. As they have the lead here in overtime. Herbert's been sacked like 7 times tonight. Yeah, so it has not fully mattered. In part because the Eagles' offense has not been doing a lot in this one. It's a 4th and 4. It would be a 59-yard field goal for Jake Elliott. For Omarion Hampton, he is not even the leading rusher for the Chargers tonight. What you mean? Yeah, no tie. Hurts in shotgun. 3 receivers to the left, 2 to the right. 4th and 4. This is for the game. They need the 37-yard line. There's movement before the snap. But wasn't enough for it to be against the Chargers. And it is off a neutral zone infraction against the Chargers. It's 1st and 10 for Philly at the 36. He moved just forward enough for it to be against the Chargers. And the Eagles get a fresh set of downs. 3:23 to play, 1st and 10 coming up. Oh, yeah, 14, yeah, because he got the receiving touchdown. Hurts in shotgun, back to his left. 2 receiving options to each side. That's a big time penalty in this game. Hurts in shotgun. Derwin James looked like he's going to be sending pressure, but falls back. Hurts to throw. Pass right side, going to be caught. And that's a gain of about 3 or 4. I'm going to say a gain of 3 for Dallas Goedert. Up to the Chargers' 33-yard line. 2nd and 7. I don't think the Eagles were going to actually call a play there either. Because they still could have called a timeout. The Chargers called the one before the play. So the Eagles sent the offense back out there, try and get him to jump. And if they weren't able to, they were in field goal range for Jake Elliott. So the Chargers definitely messed up there. Hurts alone in shotgun. 4 receivers to the left. 2nd and 7. Going to look to throw. Has some time. Rolling to his right. Passing right. Wide open. Dallas Goedert. Inside the 20 to the 16. The Eagles are in the red zone. A touchdown wins the game. Anything else most likely loses, as there's no way you get to this point and you settle for a field goal if you're the Eagles. Unless there's there's no point. There's no chance I think they're gonna settle for a field goal at this point. Ball on the 17. Hurts in shotgun, back to his right. 2 receiving options to each side. Hurts rolling right, passing right, it's tipped and intercepted. Tony Jefferson calls game for the Chargers. They go to 9-4 on the year. Eagles fall to 8-5. This is going to be reviewed as his foot might have been out of bounds. But as it stands, Tony Jefferson with the game-sealing interception. And the Chargers are celebrating. Again, this is going to be a review. On the field, I thought maybe his left foot could have been out there, but everyone seemingly is just settled. The Chargers with a big-time win on Monday Night Football in overtime. And yet everyone's on the field. Doesn't seem like they're going to... Let's see. Cam Hart having himself a fantastic game. He tips the pass, which was intended for Jahan Dotson. It's there as from Jalen Hurts. But Cam Hart with a great dive-in tip. And Tony Jefferson, yeah, he gets his feet in bounds there plenty. And the Chargers, a big-time win in overtime. That is the 4th interception of the night for Jalen Hurts. His 5th total turnover. And 8 total turnovers in this game from both sides. Jalen Hurts had all 5 for Philly. Wow. What a way for week 14 to end. What a way for week 14 to end. And the Chargers' remaining schedule is not the easiest, so this is a big-time win for them to get. As they look to still catch Denver for the AFC West. They're 2 games behind them. They sit comfortably about 2 games ahead for a playoff spot in general. What a win, and what a way to wrap up week 14. Again, I won't be live Thursday night for Buccaneers and Falcons. So Sunday I'll be back. Bills Patriots at 1 o'clock. Either Packers Broncos or Rams Lions at 4:25. And then Sunday Night Football between the Vikings and Cowboys. Hope to see you all there. Miami plays next week, Monday night. I'll be live for that one as well. Thank you all for tuning in. I'll see you all next time. Have yourselves a damn good one. Peace.